Hey guys, hope you are doing well and you have a fantastic weekend, as also we celebrated 1st of May. So my name is Mike Denkler from CorionX and I'm bringing you the most important crypto news, technologies, altcoin, NFT, DeFi gems every day to keep you updated and educated. I should state that nothing in this video and on our channels can be considered as financial investment advice. So everything just for your education and entertainment purposes only. So guys, smash those like, push the bell notification, all it's important for the YouTube algorithm, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and smash those like, and let's get into. So let's go and check our favorite bubble chart. Let's see what's happening out there. We see that Bitcoin is up 1.4% and Ethereum is up 2.4%. So after a little bit dumpy Friday and weekend, prices are slightly up, but few coins are correcting, especially KNC, CRO and ApeCoin. So ApeCoin did a land sale and a huge rally, and now correcting, looking for where the corrections will stop, and then just stacking some apes. So other coins like Mina, Hex, AGNT and OKB, Luna are doing well. So let's go and check our favorite indicator, the crypto fear and greed index. It is at 28, still in the fear zone, and also we spent few days in the extreme fear zone around 2022, and yeah, so since November we are in the fear zone. And as you know, when investors are worrying, they are so fearful that it's always a good buying opportunity. But as it can longer than we expected, that also I think just the smart thing, just buy this huge dip when the fear is really out there, and also we are waiting when the greed will come back. So let's go and check our first news. Yes, so the Fed will determine the fate of the market. Five things to know in Bitcoin this week. Fed back in the spotlight. So Wednesday will be pivotal. The Fed is expecting to confirm a 95 billion per month sell program, which has not yet been unleashed on the market. Okay. Let's see what will happen. There will be the FOMC meeting, and the Fed quantitative easing announcement on Wednesday will determine the fate of the market. So if Fed will continue printing free money or not. Goldman Sachs Bitcoin sensitive equity index, major cap stocks with exposure to crypto, spelled out the relative pain already being experienced. So this is the Bitcoin price, and this is the GC Bitcoin sensitive equity index. It's more down than Bitcoin, and also broke down from this wedge. Time for 28,000 US dollar Bitcoin. Let's look into. So these are the Bitcoin monthly returns, and yes, so April was a bad month, but also it used to be a good month, but May is somehow a mixture of this. But last year May was a bad month because there was a huge dump. And yeah, so guys, risky to anticipate, better to react. I would love to 26,000 US dollar washout. So everybody just talking about this huge shakeout, washout, capitulation, and so on and so on. Low volume since May of last year, which brought BTC to 30,000. Low volume equals low turnover of buyers and sellers. Below 30,000 would unlock the buyers who bought pre 65,000 in early 2021, and only the way up there was high volume around 30 and 42,000, which is what we saw wiped out when BTC dropped from 42 to 30 from 42 to 30,000 in a single last May in this candle. Okay, So the US dollar strength keeps us the pressure. So the DXY index, the US dollar strength index, is still at all-time highs and also just going higher and higher, and a lot of traders waiting this index bouncing back, and then that would cause a nice rally on the markets. Trader illiquid supply outweighs price dip significance, and this is from Glassnode. And illiquid supply change, you see that increasing liquid supply, decreasing illiquid supply. So the illiquid supply is not decreasing, but the liquid supply is increasing. And what else should we know about this? Yes, the market can still make a new lower low in which the bear market continues. Okay, the retail is gone. 30,000 can be reached, but fundamentally the data tells a lot, he added. Crypto sentiment crosses over macro. Yeah, so the crypto fear and greed index still high extreme fear still. Cool. Let's go and check our next news. And macroeconomist Ron Paul issues mass liquidation warning, says every market position you have is likely wrong. This is an ugly market. What I think is going on here is there are two factors for the market to digest. One is inflation, and that created the market to set up in certain waves. Everyone's crowded into certain things, then growth starts evaporating. You can see it all over the place. Stuff like consumer, the discretionary stocks, you can see it in forward-looking indicators. The market has to deal with inflation plus growth, and what that basically means is everyone hit the liquidate bottom, so everything's getting liquidated. This is the correlation of one-star markets that I was warning about, and it hits everything from crypto to pretty much everything, and that and the thing that stands above all ends up being the dollar, because that is the kind of safe haven. We have seen some huge moves in the dollar, and I'm not sure it's entirely done yet. So massive liquidation going on as people struggle with their portfolios, because basically whatever positions you have got, it's wrong, and that's the pain everyone's going to have to take for a while. If I'm right and the inflation story is going to change and growth is going to go slower, then we start shifting into a dynamic where we question what the central bank's going to be doing, and if bond yields are going to come lower, stuff that's been really beaten up, like the further end of the growth stocks, they should be more interesting in that environment because they got killed by inflation. I think gold does pretty well. Interestingly enough, gold as growth stocks tend to do badly as real rates start tightening, but they got to zero, and it looks like the world's falling apart. Just the central bank is trying to undertake quantitative tightening, or at least no QE. And if that's the case, then real rates are going negative again. If I'm right, that's usually good for gold, crypto, long end of growth, that kind of stuff, and bad for everything that people have been in, like commodity stocks. Cool. So then what should we do now? Cool. Next piece of news is analyst who accurately called massive Bitcoin crash has bad news for crypto traders. Here is his target. So Peter Brandt, the completion of a bear channel typically results in a decline equal to the width of the channel, or in this case a hard test of 30,000 or so. My guess is 28,000 US dollar. This does not make me a hater of Bitcoin. Compounding the debt squeeze is the fact that global debt is collateralized in USDC, and DXY is poised to blow through the ceiling. Okay, So 6-year rectangle, and maybe we will just go higher and higher from here, and the US dollar will be much stronger than now. Still waiting for the one turn around, then the party of crypto will begin, if the Dixie will turn back. Next piece of news is, with an aggressive Fed rate hike expected next week, stocks and crypto markets lose billions. Okay, Fed expected to raise benchmark interest rates aggressively. Dutch bank ING predicts a 50 basis point hike and a quantitative easing tightening announcement. Wall Street takes a beating, gold rips macroeconomic benefits. So spot gold price and different markets here. Okay. Fear gives bear markets vibes of 2018. Bitfinex market analyst says crypto buyers remain on the sidelines. So crypto buyers are not here yet. Cool. So lots of bearish news, and yeah, so someday we will be finishing up with this. Bitcoin revising the odds of BTC hitting what? 372,000 US dollar after latest correction. Bitcoin did make it, only broke it, so it seems that breaking this bear flag and the net realized profit and loss 7-day moving average. So yes, so now we are back in the loss zone. Bitcoin recent percent supply in profit. We see that 60% of the total supply is in profit. It's not so bad. Okay, how can I go forward from here? Yes, and this is the chart that's showing, and neither does it need an explanation as to why it won't happen, since any almost 900% hike would push Bitcoin to about 300,000 US dollar levels. So this is a metric, the indicator that showing from the bottom to the top, and if we are just adjusting the same, that would pretty push Bitcoin about 300,000 US dollars. So next piece of news is Bitcoin witnessing unprecedented spot buying despite sideways trading. On-chain analyst Willy Wu says Bitcoin price is sideways because Wall Street is selling futures contract in a macro risk of trade. Meanwhile, institutional money is scooping spot BTC at peak rates and moving to cold storage. It's time like these. I remember the Q4 2020 supply shock squeeze. So the supply shock, when more people coming in and they want to buy Bitcoin, but there are less Bitcoin available, so the demand is high. And also we see an indicator here that showing after leaving the bottom, then the price started to surge. BTC price holding up well while equities tank and the USD index moves is testament to the unprecedented spot buying happening right now. In other words, investors already see BTC as a safe haven. It will take time for price to reflect. Wait for the future sales to run out of ammo. Okay. This is the US dollar strength index up again. Reversal on the monthly and weekly candles will be interesting to see what happens next. Yes. So guys, let's go and check our next news. Bitcoin is a legal tender. These countries are next after El Salvador and Central African Republic, says DYOR Group CEO. Okay, in January I predicted that at least another 3 nations would declare the world's largest cryptocurrency legal tender in 2022. One now already has done so. I expect Bitcoin will be adopted as legal tender in at least one more African and one more Central or Latin American country before the end of the year. In Latin and Central America, it could potentially be Paraguay or Mexico next. Okay, so they passed the Senate. I am confident that a Bitcoin bill will be introduced to Mexico's Congress this year, and because several politicians are going on record as saying they want their country to follow El Salvador's example. Adopting cryptocurrency currently is more attractive to those countries with a track record of financial instability. In nations where the current national currencies don't work as well as they should as a means of exchange, store of value, and as a unit of account, Bitcoin is increasingly seen as the answer. So Bitcoin is the answer. And first El Salvador, now Central African Republic, and this is just the beginning. So guys, this is the nation state crypto adoption led by Bitcoin. Panama gets a crypto bill, moves one step closer to becoming an official crypto nation. Let's quote from them. We are seeing the emergence of many different types of crypto assets like works of art. That's why we didn't want to limit ourselves only to cryptocurrencies. So guys, they are going to the metaverse. Panama was already in a bad position, and these payment methods skip the due diligence processes that international organizations are asking Panama to embrace. Okay, so big money wants to make Panama what they want Panama to do. Next piece of news is Yuga Labs sees $560 million in other side Ethereum's NFT sales within 24 hours. The craze caused Etherscan to crash and Ethereum gas fees to soar to thousands of dollars per transactions because the land sale. Okay, Bored Ape Yacht Club valued at $4 billion, and the highly anticipated other side metaverse mint on Saturday night, clogging the Ethereum mainnet and sending gas prices to shocking highs. So that's happened. 55,000 NFTs were minted at 305 ape each. The land price started at $6,000, and yeah. Other deed, other side. Okay. Yuga Labs didn't realize they were still doing a Dutch action. It was just via giveaway and not price. Yes, so that was an insane gas price. Nearly 100 million has been spent on gas for the Bored Ape Yacht land sale in 1 hour. This is money that could have gone to Yuga or stayed in user pockets. The contract had nearly zero gas optimization. I will explain a few gas optimization tricks that could have saved many millions below. Okay, so definitely we will check these gas optimizations. Next piece of news is, so after Solana's CEO co-founder said BTC should change its consensus algo, Solana mainnet loses consensus for 7 hours. So guys, the Solana blockchain suffered an outage. It went down, and that was more than 7 hours, and I think maybe this is the 3rd or 4th time in this year. So the proof of stake consensus has some difficulties, and there was no block producement. So block production on Solana mainnet beta has halted. Validator operators should prepare for a restart, and yeah. So guys, that's not a good sign that Solana stopping producing blocks, but this is what you should also consider. So next piece of news is Buffett back bashing Bitcoin, claims it doesn't produce anything. So let's quote. Now, if you told me you own all of the Bitcoin in the world and you offered it to me for 25 bucks, I wouldn't take it, because that would I do with it? I would have to sell it back to you one way or another. It isn't going to do anything. The apartments are going to produce rent and the farms are going to produce food. So I don't think that this man, I appreciate what he and Charlie Munger achieved in the Berkshire Hathaway in the brick and mortar industry and investments, but I think he totally doesn't understand Bitcoin, and also he doesn't understand this is not just an asset, a scarce asset, but also this is a network that is sending money around the globe. So yeah, but you know, someday these old guys will just dying out, and the young guy will embrace Bitcoin and the cryptos, because yeah, so you cannot expect from a 91 years old man to understand all of this. It's so white, he says, this stuff white, nakedly shilling diabetes. Jamie Dimon pays crypto a small compliment. Okay. Not all of it's bad. If you said to me, I want to send $200 to a friend in a foreign country, that could take you 2 weeks and cost you $40, you could do it through a digital currency, and it will take you seconds. So this is from Jamie Dimon, who was before similar to Warren Buffett, but now he changed his mind. So guys, let's go and check my Twitter feed. Definitely follow our NFT launchpad project Laserpunk Gods, and also share Laserpunk tweets here. And yeah, so follow me at MIKLOS Denkler, and also follow Corion platform. And this is the post from Willy Woo. Just give a like. And CZ also replied to Warren Buffett, they don't need each other. Warren has enough paper money and is happy. Bitcoin has enough supporters and growing. Yeah. Capitulation would push Bitcoin price below $30,000 according to Matthew Hyland. So definitely look into it. And Bitcoin is still in accumulation phase according to this chart. So these are distribution, accumulation, reaccumulation, and now again in accumulation, just like you see here. So we are in a kind of accumulation phase still. Nation state Bitcoin and crypto adoption. Look at how many countries and cities made Bitcoin adoption: Central Africa, Panama, Roatan, Honduras, Portugal, Madeira, Cuba, Buenos Aires, Bahamas, and so many countries. First Bitcoin ETF, Australia, Germans, Commerzbank, global crypto license. So give a like and share this. Stocks of crypto will turn bullish first, by Capriole. So Warren Buffett is buying the dip. So they Berkshire Hathaway, they deployed 34% of Berkshire's cash and bought 51 billion stocks after just net selling positions. What has changed? Nothing, just people expecting insane profits from Bitcoin, and they are not patient if it's not coming as up. So the same price 1 year ago with 90 at 90 the extreme greed, and now at 22 in extreme fear. So chart by TechDev showing entity adjusted dormancy flow for Bitcoin, similar with pricing patterns, bottoms at the point. You see the dips and then how the price moved afterwards. Buying the dip, the way down. Yeah. Okay. Similar to March 2020. Just look at this chart and give a like. Expand your imagination. 4-year growth, Bitcoins versus other assets. So guys, I don't know. I don't have too many to add this, but guys, 4 years, and let's see where is Bitcoin and where are other assets. Cool, give a like. Yes. Okay guys, so that's it. Let's go and check some charts. Yeah, so Bitcoin is down, sitting at our support zone, and still this downward trending trend line is pushing the Bitcoin price down. So I would look out if we can break this trend line. And also if I'm turning EMAs on, that we see that Bitcoin is still under all of the exponential moving averages. So this is not the case that exponential moving averages would result some upside, but also don't forget that we have a kind of bullish divergence as the price is coming down, but the RSI is going up, not significantly, but it's a kind of bullish divergence, and this bullish divergence is helping Bitcoin out. Let's see what Ethereum is doing. So Ethereum also is pushed down by this downward trending trend line, and also Ethereum seems to be, yeah, maybe this is a bullish engulfing candle. So I should say that the yesterday candle is a kind of bullish engulfing candle, but the volume is not there yet, so it's not high. But at least now this is also kind of bullish wedge. This wedge can break to the upside, and I see this similar pattern for the Bitcoin. And Phantom is down, so extremely down. So Phantom is down on the way down. So I don't know where it will stop and why is people dumping Phantom, but in under $1 between 0.5 and $1 I will definitely just staking some Phantoms. So guys, that's it for today. Also we can look on the ApeCoin. So ApeCoin is coming down, and on the 4-hourly I'm planning enter trades at those levels below 15 and 13.5 $, with the stop loss around 13. So guys, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something. Wishing you an amazing week, and also join our Telegram channel. You find the link in the description, and definitely follow me on Twitter, Corion platform, and the Laserpunk Gods NFT launchpad, and also just visit our farms, and you can look up some liquidity on Uniswap and PancakeSwap and earn up to 330% APIs. So guys, smash those like, push the bell, notification on. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.